All right, so I am glad to be back. How about we jump into this short video? I hope for it to be short. This short video on some good mobile applications that I like to use. Obviously, I don't have all of them listed here, so I'm just going to talk briefly about a few of them that I like to use. This first one here is new that I've come across, called Forest. Stay focused. And I mean, well, I was going to say it's quite obvious. You're trying to stay focused on a particular task. And what's special about this application is that it gives you the ability to take on multiple tasks, and as you stay focused on those multiple tasks, you basically build your focus. You build you a forest. Focus, focus. That's funny. So let's see here. I'm gonna go back to one of the key things that I really like about it. So let's see here. I'll just leave it at this one. So this one is talking about you have a task that you're trying to do 105 minutes on, and you start planting today. So you start out with a bare tree, and it grows as you continue to stay focused. And what I enjoy about this application, again, I started using this, is this little part right here. It actually notifies you if you're about to pick your phone up. It notifies you if you're looking at your phone, and if you're about to try to do a task on your phone, it notifies you to tell you, hey, you need to stop and go back to finishing what you had initially started. So what I really enjoy about it, it has like a recognition, face recognition, that you're about to do something. And then once you stay on task, you build up these leaves here, and then it gives you the ability, if I'm not mistaken, to build different type of, not build, but grow multiple type of trees in your forest. So that's very interesting about this application that I really like. Uh, Next one, let's go into Gboard. I use this quite often now. It is new to me. The one thing I really enjoy about Gboard is, let's see here. I'm gonna go back. So Gboard is just it's kind of like another keyboard interface with the keyboard you already have on your phone. But the good thing, obviously, is Google, and it gives you the ability to do a Google search. So the old keyboard that I had didn't have that ability to do a Google search right from the texting platform. And then what is the next thing I really enjoy about it is, as you're doing your Google search, you can just share that information right into the person or entity wherever you're trying to send it. If it's an email or if it's a person. Before, I always had to do like 3 or 4 different tasks before I got the email or text sent with this information that I'm trying to send. Or I had to start with what I was searching for, and then come to the person, and then find the person. So it's still kind of boiled back down to like 4 different things that I had to do. So I think this kind of streamlined it to like 1 or 2 things that I have to do. So that's Gboard. So for those of you who have Android, this is one I use. I believe is on Apple, but I haven't had the chance to check. I have an Android device. This one is, oh man, my friend Shreyas. This is really good. This is really fun too. So Alarmy, sleep if you can. Alarm is very interesting. What I enjoy about this the most, I'm kind of going to skip to the part that I really enjoy, is you can here set your alarm, and then you can jump here and set the actual criteria in which you have to disalarm the system. So let's see here. Let me go back to. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So here, this one is what I normally use. So I normally use the hard math function. So when the alarm goes off, I have to do a very complex math problem, and it that basically forces me to stay up because the alarm is extremely loud. And so, you know, after struggling, after 5 hours of sleep or so, you're struggling to do a very complex math problem. Next thing you know, you just are awake because you're trying to figure this out. And then the other one I used to try is take a picture. So, you know, the alarm will go off, and then you have to go and take a picture of what you told the application you had to take a picture of, and then it will go off. Other than that, it will stay on. So those are two features about alarming that I found very useful. So just, you know, try it out, guys. I thought that was something that was very powerful. Another one here, clipboard. Now let me go back up here to the top so you can see clipboard actions. So this one I've mentioned quite a few times. For those of you who haven't heard me mention this, so I'll mention it again. You are able to, let me jump back to, so right here, you can now copy this information. You know, sometimes they say copy, and then the next thing it will say is like paste or go to clipboard. So you're copying this information to a clipboard, and then it gives you the ability to, it actually saves all of those copies. And then in some type of drop down menu, and then you can, if it's a number you saved, you can immediately call it, or if it's a text you saved, you can easily share it as a link. You can jump to a location if it's a location, or you can just share it. So this notification window is normally right up here at the top of your cell phone, and that gives you the ability to share that information quite quickly instead of trying to fumble through the clipboard and you know, utilize what you've just copied, and you know, basically going from a 3-step process. I think this kind of boils it down to like a 2-step process, or 3 or 4-step process. Kind of boils that down to streamline it a little bit. So that's really good. Let's see here. So we talked about this one and this one here. Talked about that one and this one here. This one. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Well, let's go back. See if it pulls it back up. Nice. So, photo editor. For all of you who know that I post some photos with the text on the bottom of them, this is what I normally use. I normally like this one here. Not the, well, I don't use any of this style. I typically use the text one here. This text one gives me the ability to create photos with text overlay, and a couple other different things, but I don't really use those. I basically just use this photo editor for text overlay. It's a very useful, very quick edit to your photo, and there are multiple photo editors out there, but these are the ones that I like to use. Obviously, I didn't mention this is the fan page manager from Facebook. This is very useful for managing business accounts. In the background, you do a lot of ads and ad accounts and quite a few other things that you can't do on the normal personal Facebook page. I really enjoy having Jazz when I'm trying to be productive. And just getting things done. You know, sometimes if you're very exhausted, you know, music can put you in another zone. So I really enjoy that. And last but not least, this Play Store. So, you know, I'm always trying to figure out some applications that I can use because I have an Android device. So I'm always in the Play Store trying to find something. And if you guys have something that you want to share with me that you use that are very useful, just send it to me. I'll try it out. I mean, these are just the ones that I was talking about. Typically, I don't have this. This is kind of like the home page of my cell phone. I just kind of threw these here so we can talk about these here. I normally don't have all these here. I normally just don't have any apps here. I just have like a picture or no picture, and I'll leave these, and then I'll just jump to the app button here when I'm trying to get to a particular app. So I thought that those are some really good applications that I enjoy using all the time. Hopefully one of these could benefit you in whatever you're trying to do. And you know, if you guys want to, like I said, leave me some comments on some applications that you use, just go right ahead, because we're always you know, trying to find some applications that we can help other people become more productive, more efficient, and just have some fun. And you know, these are some, you know, this app right here, you know, become productive and efficient. That's just an app to help you, you know, have some fun editing photos. So Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon.